हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल स्टडी विद पीके क्यू एंड ए में आपका स्वागत है। और आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे टेस्ट 19 विजन आईएएस के। और 18 टेस्ट कंप्लीट हो चुका है ऑलरेडी, सो आप उसे जाके देख सकते हैं। ओके, सो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का पहला क्वेश्चन। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कैन एड इन द कूलिंग ऑफ द अर्थ। ओके, ये पूछा है कि कूलिंग ऑफ द अर्थ में कौन सा सुटेबल होता है, कौन से उसके लिए सुटेबल होगा। सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज सल्फेट्स, और यहाँ पे क्या पूछा है तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट पूछा। ओके, सो सल्फेट फ्रॉम द वोल्केनिक इरप्शन, यस इट इज करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट इज साल्ट पार्टिकल, प्योर न्यूट्रिएंट्स। सो ये तीनों सही है, इसमें हेल्प करते हैं। सो आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन नंबर ए विच इज़ ऑल थ्री आर करेक्ट। ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं कि ये काम कैसे करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल प्योर सल्फेट, और जो ये सल्फेट फ्रॉम द वॉल्केनिक इरप्शन से, और अगर हम प्योर नाइट्राइट्स की बात करते हैं तो वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है नियरली ऑल रेडिएशन दे इनकाउंटर। ओके, जो भी रेडिएशन आता है उसको वो रिफ्लेक्ट बैक कर देता है, और इसकी वजह से एटमॉस्फेयर को कूलिंग ये होता है। ठीक है, एंड अगर साल्ट पार्टिकल्स का करते हैं तो वो भी साल्ट पार्टिकल्स टेंड टू रिफ्लेक्ट ऑल द सनलाइट दे इनकाउंटर, दस हेल्प इन द कूलिंग ऑफ द अर्थ। ओके, सो ये तीनों हो जाएंगे। सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए। और अगर हम बात करते हैं किसकी वजह से हीटअप होता है एटमॉस्फेयर, अर्थ का एटमॉस्फेयर किसकी वजह से हीटअप होता है, तो वो कौन कौन से हो जाते हैं, वाटर वेपर, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, मीथेन CH4 एंड नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड, फ्लोरिनाइट गैसेस। ओके, ये सब की वजह से वो हीटअप होता है क्योंकि वो एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं रेडिएशन को। सो आंसर इज ए। लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग टेक्निक ऑफ बायो रेमेडिएशन। और इसमें पूछा क्या है, सो विच ऑफ द बायो रेमेडिएशन टेक्निक गिवन अबव आर इन सितु इन नेचर, कौन सा इन सितु नेचर में। ओके, सो फर्स्ट इज बायोवेंटिंग, बायोस्पेयरिंग, कंपोस्टिंग नहीं होगा क्योंकि ये एक्स सितु है। ओके, नेक्स्ट हो जाता है हमारा बायोपाइल्स, ये भी एक सिद्धि है। बायो ऑगमेंटेशन, सो इसका आंसर क्या हो जाएगा, ऑप्शन नंबर ए। 1, 2 एंड 5 इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं बायो रेमेडिएशन टेक्निक, वो होता क्या है, सो इट इज़ यूज्ड of microbial species to clean up soil and groundwater that has been contaminated by discharged chemicals. Okay, एंड ये कितने, ये दो टाइप का होता है, एक तो होता है एक्स सितु और दूसरा होता है इन सितु। ओके, और यहाँ पे इन सितु के बारे में पूछा था, तो 1, 2 एंड 5 इज द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। और अगर हम बात करते हैं बायो और इन सितु में और एक सितु में डिफरेंस क्या है, तो इन सितु होता है जहाँ पे वो ओरिजिनेट है। फॉर एग्जांपल ये कुआं है, ठीक है, वेल, जो कि वहीं पे उसको ट्रीट किया जाएगा, ना कि उसके जगह पे दूसरा कहीं और जाके ट्रीटमेंट होगी उसकी। ओके, सो अगर वो कंटामिनेटेड वाटर है तो सो ये हो गया। एंड एक सितु में क्या होता है कि एक जगह से दूसरी जगह किसी भी चीज़ को ले जाके और उसको कंजर्व करना, प्रिजर्व करना। ओके, तो ये हो डिफरेंस है। अगर हम बात करते हैं, फर्स्ट वन इज बायो वेंटिंग। ओके, अगर हम बायो वेंटिंग की बात करते हैं तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है, दिस इज द सप्लाई ऑफ एयर एंड न्यूट्रिएंट्स थ्रू वेल to contaminated soil to stimulate the growth of indigenous bacteria. It is used for hydrocarbons and can be used where the contamination is deep under the surface. ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं बायोस्फेयरिंग की, ये क्या होता है, ये इंजेक्ट करता है ऑफ एयर अंडर प्रेशर बिलो द वाटर टेबल टू इंक्रीज ग्राउंड वाटर ऑक्सीजन concentration and enhance the rate of biological degradation of contaminants by naturally occurring bacteria. Okay, and अगर हम बात करते हैं अनदर वन विच इज बायो ऑगमेंटेशन के, तो उसमें क्या करता है, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म आर इम्पोर्टेड टू अ contaminated site to enhance the degradation process. ओके, ये हो गया इसका। एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं कंपोस्टिंग, कंपोस्टिंग आ जाता है एक्स सितु में, और एक्स सितु क्या होता है, इट इन्वॉल्व्स द रिमूवल ऑफ contaminated मटेरियल टू बी ट्रीटेड समवन एल्स। ओके, समवेयर एल्स। सो ये हो जाता है। एंड इसमें उसी का पार्ट है कंपोस्टिंग। कंपोस्टिंग में क्या होता है, लाइक इट इज ट्रीटेड वेयर द वेस्ट is mixed with straw, hair और कॉर्न कॉप्स to maximize the water level and air level which the microorganism have access to. Okay. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं बायोपाइल्स की, उसमें क्या होता है, इट इज़ द प्रोसेस वेयर piles of soils are placed over the top of the bug vacuum pump. Okay, the vacuum pump pulls air through pile of soil to allow oxygen to get through the soil to the microorganism. Okay, so ये हो जाता है. एंड इसका एक और है, वो है बायो रिएक्टर्स एंड यस एंड लैंड फार्मिंग्स. ये इसके एग्जांपल्स हैं एक्स ऋतु के. ओके, सो लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मटेरियल्स कैन बी कमर्शियली रिकवर्ड ड्यूरिंग द रिसाइकलिंग ऑफ द ई वेस्ट. अगर ई वेस्ट जो है, ई वेस्ट लाइक लैपटॉप, कंप्यूटर, फोन्स जब खराब हो जाते हैं तो वो क्या हो जाता है, वो ई वेस्ट बन जाते हैं. ओके, तो उससे रिसाइकलिंग के ड्यूरेशन में क्या क्या हमें रिकवर्ड होता है वो पूछा. ओके, सो फर्स्ट इज गोल्ड मिलता है, कॉपर, ग्लास, प्लास्टिक, ये सारे मिलते हैं. जब फॉर एग्जांपल्स ई वेस्ट होता है क्या, डिनोट्स वेस्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिकल एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इक्विपमेंट्स. फॉर एग्जांपल मोबाइल फोन, मदरबोर्ड, कंप्यूटर मॉनिटर, चार्जर्स, compact disc, headphone, cathode rays, tubes and printed circuits boards, टेलीविज़न एंड सो ऑन. ओके, तो जब ये ख़राब हो जाता है तो हम लोग इसको क्या करते हैं, या तो फेंक देते हैं या फिर बेच देते हैं. ओके, तो वो कहाँ पे, वो ई वेस्ट हो जाता है, तो एक जगह जाके उसको कलेक्ट किया जाता है. उसके बाद उसको रिसाइकल और रीयूज़ और रिकवर्ड करके उसको यूज़ किया जाता है, जिसमें से क्या क्या उससे मिलता है, तो कॉपर, टीन, आयरन, एल्यूमिनियम, फॉसिल फ्यूल, टिटेनियम, गोल्ड, सिल्वर एंड प्लास्टिक, मेटल, ग्लास, ये सारे रिकवर्ड होते हैं. ओके, सो अगर वो रिकवर्ड होते हैं, अभी रिसेंटली एप्पल ने अपना रिवील किया था कि उन्होंने कितना रिकवर किया था. सो 2204 पाउंड का गोल्ड उन्होंने रिकवर किया था. ओके, जिसका प्राइस कितना था, $40 बिलियन. ओके, सो ये भी एप्पल ने ये बताया था, अपना रिवील किया था. ओके, सो ये सारे मिलते हैं. सो आंसर क्या हो जाएगा इसका, ऑप्शन नंबर डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट. ओके, सो लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज which of the following are indicators of the paleo climate or past climate. ओके, कौन सा इंडिकेटर है. सो फर्स्ट, और इसमें क्या पूछा, करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. फर्स्ट इज फोसिलाइज्ड पोलन ग्रेन्स, करेक्ट. एनुलर रिंग्स ऑफ ट्रीज, केव डिपॉजिट, लाकुस्ट्रीन डिपॉजिट. सो आंसर हो जाएगा इसका भी ऑल ऑफ द अबव विच इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. ओके, और अगर हम बात करते हैं इंडिकेटर्स पैलियो क्लाइमेट, पास्ट क्लाइमेट की, तो फर्स्ट अगर हम बात करते हैं फॉसिलाइज्ड पोलन ग्रेन्स की, तो वो होता क्या है, it is the best if the sedimentary environment lacks oxygen or is acidic conditions unfavorable for the organism that decomposed pollen. Okay, fossil pollen is an important kind of data for restructuring पास्ट वेजिटेशन. ओके, फॉसिल कोई अगर मिलता है तो उसमें उसको देख के या फिर डेटिंग से हम बता सकते हैं कि वो कितना पुराना है, कब का है, उसका एज कितना है, वो या फिर क्या है. ओके, ये हो गया. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं एनुलर रिंग्स ऑफ ट्रीज की, तो वो क्या होता है, इज द साइंस ऑफ डिटरमाइनिंग पास्ट क्लाइमेट्स फ्रॉम ट्रीज. ओके, वो भी उसमें पास्ट क्लाइमेट के बारे में पता चलता है. ओके, एंड केव डिपॉजिट की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो उसमें दो टाइप के आते हैं. एंड caves are underground chambers contain a secret of Earth's climate in what you may know as stalactites and stalagmite. Stalactite और stalagmite एक इस तरह का, फॉर एग्जांपल ये ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है, उसको स्टेलेक्टाइट बोलते हैं. और अगर फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ से पानी चू रहा है, ठीक है, पानी गिर रहा है, तो वहाँ से धीरे धीरे वो गिरते 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 के ड्यूरेशन में ही वो लाइक फ्रीज हो जाता है. ओके, तो वो क्या कहलाता है, वो जब जम जाता है तो उसको कहलाते हैं, उसको कहते हैं स्टेलेक्टाइट. ओके, स्टेलेक्टाइट बोलते हैं. एंड जो नीचे आ जाता है, गिर जाता है, और ये सरफेस से है फॉर एग्जांपल, तो ये नीचे ऊपर से टपक रहा है पानी एंड यहाँ पे ये जमते जाता है धीरे धीरे, तो इस तरह का एक फॉर्मेशन क्रिएट करता है. ओके, तो इसको क्या बोलते हैं, स्टेलेगमाइट बोलते हैं, स्टेलेगमाइट. ओके, नीचे वाला को स्टेलेगमाइट एंड नीचे ऊपर से जो आते टाइम ही फ्रीज हो जाता है उसको स्टेलेक्टाइट बोलते हैं. ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं लॉकस्ट्रीन डिपॉजिट की, तो वो क्या होता है, सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स फॉर्मेशन विच फॉर्म्ड इन द बॉटम ऑफ द एंशियंट लेक्स. अ कॉमन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ लॉकस्ट्रीन डिपॉजिट इज दैट अ रिवर और स्ट्रीम channel has carried sediments into the basin. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is with reference to radioactive pollens pollution, radioactive pollution, consider the following statement. First statement is radioactive pollution is caused only due to the anthropogenic activities and thus observed only on the earth. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because the radioactive minerals, radioactive materials are those materials or elements that emit radiation, thus they are not stable and get transformed into other radioactive or non-radioactive materials. Okay, and the harm that they can cause depends on the radioactive elements and their half of times function. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is the radioactive pollutants. The radioactive pollutants with a longer half life will have the greater impact on the human health than the one of the shorter half. Is it true? No, it's not greater, it's lesser hoga. Okay, say lower or lesser. So for second statement is also incorrect. Next is cobalt, calcium, iodine have radioactive isotopes that cause radioactive pollution and environmental degradation. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A. Only 3 is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is black liquor used as a fuel is a वो क्या है. So biofuel black liquor statement 1 is biofuel fuel created as a byproduct in the paper and pulp industry. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A is the correct answer for this question. Okay, when wood is processed into paper, it produces high energy toxic substance called black liquor. उसको black liquor बोलते हैं. And until 1930, black liquor from paper mills was considered a waste product and dumped into nearby water resources. Okay, so answer is option number A. Let's come to the next question, which is with reference to the extended producer responsibility. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज, और इसमें करेक्ट पूछा है. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज it is a policy approach in which producers take responsibility for management of the disposal of products after they are considered no longer useful by the consumers. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it shifts the economic burden of the cost of disposal from the government to producer of the product. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number C, which is both is correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is next question is dioxin and furans, the emerging air pollutants, are classified highly contaminating toxic chemicals having serious effect on human health. Which of the following sources of the released? Okay, कौन से सोर्स से वो रिलीज होता है. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज cigarette smoking, correct. Dyes and pigments, correct. Next one is municipal solid waste, correct. कोल कंबशन फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस, ये भी इसके वजह से भी ये भी सोर्स है रिलीज करने का. ओके, कंटामिनेटेड टॉक्सिक केमिकल्स. ओके, सो आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. ऑल ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट. ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं इससे रिलेटेड अनदर सोर्सेज की, लाइक ओपन बर्निंग ऑफ डोमेस्टिक वेस्ट, बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट इंसिनेटर्स एंड हजार्डस वेस्ट इंसिनेटर्स, industrial boilers and furnace, petroleum refining, biogas combustion and landfill gas combustion and PVC manufacturing etc. ओके, ये सब और भी सोर्सेस है जिससे कि टॉक्सिक केमिकल्स रिलीज होते हैं जिसका सोर्स है. ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स विथ रेफरेंस टू पायरोलाइसिस एंड गैसिफिकेशन. ओके, अगर हम पायरोलाइसिस और गैसिफिकेशन की बात करते हैं, सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज when pyrolysis is a process of thermal conversion of organic matter in the presence of oxygen, and अगर हम बात करते हैं gasification की, is a thermochemical process that converts biomass into the combustible gas in the absence of oxygen. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because pyrolysis तो है, pyrolysis is the process of thermal conversion of organic matter in the प्रेजेंस नहीं होगा यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, अब्सेंस. ओके, अब्सेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. और अगर हम बात करते हैं इसमें विच इज गैसिफिकेशन इज अ थर्मल केमिकल प्रोसेस दैट कन्वर्ट्स बायोमास इनटू कंबस्टिबल गैस इन द presence of oxygen. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is the process of gasification generally needs more temperature than pyrolysis. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A. Only one is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question. Okay, next question is consider the following statements with reference to bioindicators. Okay, so first is they help in the monitoring the process of environmental cleanup. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is they are those species which may survive in highly polluted water with low dissolved oxygen content. Is it true? Yes, it's also correct. Next is tubifex insect larva and frog are the example of bioindicators. Yes, it's also correct. So और इसमें अगर bioindicators में हम कुछ और ऐड करना का चाहते तो वो हो जाएगा algal bloom, and another one is lichens. Okay, lichens. So answer for this question is ऑप्शन नंबर डी. ऑल ऑफ द अबव आर करेक्ट. ओके, और अगर हम बात करते हैं बायो इंडिकेटर से, वो होता क्या है, बायो इंडिकेटर्स आर ऑर्गेनिज्म सच एज लाइकन्स, बर्ड्स, बैक्टीरिया that are used to monitor the health of the environment. For example, the organism and organism association are monitored for changes that may indicate a problem with their ecosystem. The change can be chemical, physiological और behavioral, किसी भी तरह का हो सकता है in the इन इकोलॉजिकल हेल्थ. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लेते हैं अलगल ब्लूम की, आर ऑफ्टन यूज टू इंडिकेट लार्ज इंक्रीज इन नाइट्रेट्स एंड फॉस्फेट इन लेक्स एंड रिवर. अगर अलगल ब्लूम दिख रहा है लेक्स और रिवर में तो इसका मतलब है कि वहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन और फॉस्फेट के बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो गया. ओके, so let's come to the next question which is biomining. Okay, first statement is it is the process of storing carbon dioxide with the help of microorganisms present in the soil. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is it is the process of using microorganisms to extract metal from the rocks. Metal from the rock ores or mine waste. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Okay, so answer for this question is option number B is the correct answer for this question. Okay, और बायो माइनिंग अभी न्यूज में इसलिए है बिकॉज दिल्ली म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन हैज स्टार्टेड द प्रोसेस ऑफ बायो माइनिंग एंड बायो रेमेडिएशन ऑफ द 3 लैंडफिल्स, नेमली कौन सा, भलसवा and Okhla and Gazipur. Okay, so answer is option number B. Let's come to the next question which is which of the following, next question is which of the following are potential advantages of hydrogen fuel cells. Okay, so potential advantages क्या है hydrogen fuel cells का. So first statement is they are cheaper and affordable. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is they are easy to handle and store. Yes, it's also correct. Next is they do not produce harmful emission. Is it true? Yes, it's a no, it's not a correct statement because let me explain you later. Next one is They can be used as a fuel in rockets. Yes, also correct. So answer is option number C. 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, and if you're talking about the potential advantages of hydrogen fossil fuel, sorry, hydrogen फ्यूल सेल्स, अगर हम इसकी बात करते हैं, सो हाइड्रोजन इज एन environmental friendly alternative to fossil fuels and they can be used to power just about any machine needing energy. Okay, or energy conversions device that can compute and use the power of hydrogen effectively in the key to making this happens. Okay, and hydrogen powered fuel cell have 2 or 3 times of the efficient, और ये बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब 2 or 3 times efficient होता है अनदर जो पहले का था. ओके, लाइक कंबशन बेस्ड पावर प्लांट्स थे. ओके, अगर कंबशन बेस्ड पावर प्लांट जो कि 33 to 35% उसका इफ़िशियंसी है, वहीं पे अगर हम हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल सेल की बात करें तो वो कितना हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा लगभग 65 to 70%. ओके, 65 to 70% बढ़ जाएगा. ओके, इतना इफ़िशियंसी है. अगर हम बात करते हैं एडवांटेजेस की इसकी हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल सेल्स की, तो वो कौन से हो जाएगा. एक तो इट इज़ रैपिडली अवेलेबल. ये हाइड्रोजन इज़ द बेसिक अर्थ एलिमेंट एंड इट्स वेरी अबेंडेंट, बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में पाई जाती है. एंड नेक्स्ट वन इज इट डजेंट प्रोड्यूस हार्मफुल एमिशन लाइक फोसिल फ्यूल्स एंड इन्वायरमेंटल फ्रेंडली है भी है. एंड बट यहाँ पे ये है एक एमिशन प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता है, ये इसका हम बाद में एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. ओके, एंड इट कैन it's a environment friendly and it can be used as a fuel in rockets also and it is a fuel efficient. ओके, एंड इट इज़ रीन्यूएबल. इसको हम दोबारा भी बना सकते हैं. बट इसके डिसएडवांटेजेस क्या है, ये एक्सपेंसिव बहुत है. डिसएडवांटेजेस की अगर हम बात करते हैं, इट्स एक्सपेंसिव. अनदर वन इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट टू स्टोर करना डिफ़िकल्ट है. एंड अनदर वन इज़ हाईली फ्लेमेबल. ओके, हाईली फ्लेमेबल होता है, लाइक सिंस इट इज़ वेरी पावरफुल सोर्स ऑफ फ्यूल, हाइड्रोजन कैन बी वेरी फ्लेमेबल. In fact, it is on the news frequently for its many numbers of risks, like hydrogen gas burn in air at very wide concentrations between 4 to 75%. Like it's a huge amount. Okay, so and another one is dependent on fossil fuel. ये also dependent है fossil fuel में. कैसे? Because although the hydrogen energy is renewable and has minimal environmental impact, but other non-renewable sources such as coal, oil, natural gas are needed to separate it from oxygen. Okay, इसको ऑक्सीजन से सेपरेट करने के लिए फ्यूल्स की आवश्यकता पड़ती है, जिसकी वजह से ये हार्मफुल है इमिशन का. ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर सी. 1, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is what are the different applications areas for microbial fuel cells. Okay, so first statement is powering underwater monitor devices. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is power supply to remote sensors. Correct. Waste water treatment production of biohydrogen. So answer is option number D. All of the above are correct. Okay, if you're talking about the application areas of the microbial fuel cells. Okay, और microbial fuel cell है क्या? It is a electrochemical device that harness the power of respiring microbes to convert organic subtracts directly into the electrical energy. Okay, एंड अगर हम इसकी ऑपरेशनल एंड फंक्शनल एडवांटेजेस की बात करते हैं माइक्रोबियल फ्यूल सेल की, सो फर्स्ट इज माइक्रोबियल फ्यूल सेल use organic matter as fuels and readily available microbes as catalyst, and MFC do not require highly regulated distribution systems like the one needed for hydrogen fuel cells. And another one is third one is MFC have high conversion efficiency as compared to another fuel cells in harvesting up to 90% of electrons from the bacterial electron transport system. ओके और इसकी यूज्ड है in variety of applications like to power a wide range of vital conversion tools remotely, and water waste treatment, and BOD sensing, and biohydrogen प्रोडक्शन. ओके ये सब उसके यूज हो गए. ओके सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज आर द कॉमनली नोन इफेक्ट टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज ड्यू टू थर्मल पॉल्यूशन. ओके जिसकी वजह से टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होता है. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज reduction in the rare metabolism of marine organism. Is it true? No, it's incorrect statement because ये इंक्रीज नहीं करता है, ये डिक्रीज करता है. ओके it's a decrease due to thermal pollution. So first statement is incorrect. Next, increase the rate of decomposition of the organic matter. Correct. Development of anaerobic condition in the water body is correct. So answer for this question is option number C. 2, 3 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is United Nations Framework Classification for Resources deals. Okay, UNFC deals with the किससे के साथ. So first statement is classification of greenhouse gases based upon their global warming potential. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is classification of biotic resources for access and benefit sharing. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is identification and monitoring of the endemic diseases like Ebola. No. Classification and management of global minerals and various energy resources. Yes. So answer for this question is option number D is the correct answer for this question. Okay, and if we're talking about the United Nations Framework Classification, UNFC is a global principle based and user friendly system for classifying, managing and reporting mineral, petroleum, renewable energy, anthropogenic resources and injection projects. Okay, so it was adopted in 2004. ये अडॉप्ट किया गया था 2004 में by the UN इकोनॉमिक कमीशन ऑफ यूरोप. किसके द्वारा? तो UN इकोनॉमिक कमीशन ऑफ यूरोप के द्वारा. और ये 3 डायमेंशनल सिस्टम है जिसमें कि पहला हो जाता है 3 डायमेंशनल सिस्टम है. तो उसमें कौन सा हो जाएगा? पहला हो जाएगा जी एक्सेस. ओके जी एक्सेस फर्स्ट वन. नेक्स्ट वन इज हो जाएगा और जी एक्सेस में क्या हो जाएगा? जियोलॉजिकल असेसमेंट, दैट इज रिकन्सेंसस प्रोस्पेक्टिंग जनरल एक्सप्लोरेशन एंड डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लोरेशन. ओके एंड अनदर वन इज एफ एक्सेस. ओके सेकेंड वन इज एफ एक्सेस. ठीक है, एफ एक्सेस में क्या हो जाएगा? फिजिबिलिटी असेसमेंट स्टडीज. एंड इफ थर्ड वन क्या हो जाएगा? तो हो जाएगा ई एक्सेस. ओके ई एक्सेस में क्या हो जाएगा? इकोनॉमिक वायबिलिटी. ओके एंड अगर हम इसके यूजेस की बात करते हैं, ये किस लिए यूज किया जाता है? यूज्ड फॉर. सो फर्स्ट वन इज पॉलिसी फॉर्मुलेशन इन एनर्जी एंड रॉ मटेरियल स्टडीज. सेकेंड इज नेशनल रिसोर्सेज मैनेजमेंट फंक्शंस. थर्ड इज कॉर्पोरेट बिजनेस प्रोसेस. फोर्थ इज फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग. ओके so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is with reference to United Nations Decade on Economic Restoration, consider the following statement. Okay, so first statement is it recovers ecosystem restoration in forest, grasslands, mountains and ocean only. Is it true? No, it's not limited in that. It's also related to the which is The यूनियन डिकेड फोकसेस ऑन द रिस्टोरेशन ऑफ. ये 8 चीज़ों पे फोकस करता है. 8 ब्रॉड कैटेगरीज ऑफ इकोसिस्टम्स. ओके सो फर्स्ट इज farmland, second is forest, third is fresh water, fourth is grassland, shrubland, savannas, and fifth is mountains, sixth is ocean, coasts, and seventh is peatland, and eighth one is urban areas. Okay, and if you're talking about the second statement, which is 3 goals underpin the version of the United Nation decade on economic restoration? Yes, it's a correct statement. और वो 3 गोल कौन कौन से है? The first is goal 1, which is enhancing global, regional, national and local commitments and action to prevent, halt and reverse the degradation of ecosystem. Second is increasing our understanding of the multiple benefits of successful ecosystem restoration. And if we're talking about the third goal, which is applying this knowledge in our education system and within all public and private sector decision makings. Okay, so statement second is correct. Next is it involves 10-point action strategy to revive the natural world that supports us all. Yes, it's a correct statement. और वो 10 पॉइंट कौन कौन से हैं? तो 10 पॉइंट हो जाएंगे. फर्स्ट इज एम्पावर अ ग्लोबल मूवमेंट. Second is financial restoration on the ground. Third is set the right incentives. Fourth is celebrate leadership. Fifth is shift behaviors. Sixth is invest in research. Seventh is build up capacity. And eighth is celebrate a culture of restoration. Ninth is build up the next generation. 10th is listen and learn. Listen and learn. Okay. So answer for this question is option number B, which is 2 and 3 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is under India's biomedical waste management rule 2016, biomedical waste is required to be treated within how many hours of its generation to prevent contamination. तो वो आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, विच इज़ 48 आवर्स. ओके. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट इंक्लूड्स ह्यूमन एंड एनिमल एंड anatomical waste, laboratory and microbiological waste, blood samples, syringe, needles, solid waste and other materials generated during the healthcare activities, जिसको जल्दी से जल्दी डिस्पोज करने के लिए 48 आवर्स के अंदर उसको डिस्पोज करना होता है. ओके. एंड एक्सक्लूजन क्या है? किसको किसको एक्सक्लूड किया गया है इससे? तो डज नॉट अप्लाई to the radioactive waste, municipal waste, solid waste and hazardous waste and e-waste etc. Okay. And lead acid batteries also. Okay. And अगर हम classification बात करते हैं of waste की, there is a 4 categories of waste, which is if first one is येलो. ओके. अगर हम येलो की बात करते हैं, येलो इज ह्यूमन, एनिमल एंड anatomical waste, solid waste, and another one is red one is contaminated recyclable waste, and white one is, if we are talking about white one, it is a sharp like needles and scalpels etc. And if we are talking about the blue one, which is glassware and metallic implants. ओके. सो एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं एक्सेप्शन की, जिन लोग को नहीं किया जाता है, इफ़ इट बिकम्स, अगर ऐसा एक एक्सेप्शन भी है कि अगर ये ट्रीट नहीं किया गया विद इन 48 आवर, तो उसमें क्या किया जाएगा? सो इट बिकम नेसेसरी टू स्टोर वेस्ट बियॉन्ड दिस पीरियड, अगर उसके 48 आवर्स के अलावा उसको स्टोर करके रखना है वेस्ट को बियॉन्ड दिस पीरियड ड्यू टू द अनअवॉइडेबल सर्कमस्टांसेस, द ऑथोराइज्ड पर्सन मस्ट, पहला हो जाएगा ऑब्टेन परमिशन फ्रॉम द प्रिस्क्राइब्ड अथॉरिटीज, एंड अनदर वन इज टेक मेजर टू प्रिवेंट एडवर्स इफेक्ट ऑन ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड द इन्वायरमेंट. ओके. सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच इज with reference to the phytoremedian, consider the following statement. Phytoremedian के regarding which statement is correct? So first statement is phytovolatilization converts contaminants into the gaseous state for release into the atmosphere. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is phytoextraction uses plant ability to accumulate contaminants in the above ground harvestable biomass. Is it true? Yes, it's also correct. Next is sunflower and mustard are suitable for the commercial phytoremediation technique. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number D is the correct answer, which is 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is with reference to politary pay principle, consider the following statements. So first statement is it was first introduced by the OECD. It means Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the politary pay principle is passed of the Rio de Janeiro 1992. Is it true? Yes, it's also correct. Next is carbon tax is a policy instrument to enforce the polluter pay principle. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number A is option number D, 1, 2, 3 all are correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is with reference to the ground level ozone, consider the following statements. So first statement is sunlight is essential for the formation of ground level ozone. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is ozone causes lung damage by inducing oxidative damages in the pulmonary tissues. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number C, which is both 1 and 2 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is with reference to soil pollution, consider the following statement. First is यह पूछा क्या है करेक्ट एटमॉस्फेरिक वेपन टेस्टिंग इज अ सोर्स ऑफ एंथ्रोपोजेनिक soil pollution. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the Global Soil Partnership hosted by the IUCN is a globally recognized mechanism to promote sustainable soil management. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because a global soil partnership hosted by the F Food and Agricultural Organization. Okay, so FAO इसको ये करता है hosted इसके द्वारा किया जाता है, ना कि IUCN के द्वारा. Okay, so answer is option number A. Only one is correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is which of the following items are prohibited for import under the hazardous waste management rule 2016? Okay, so first is waste edible fat. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is household waste, used critical care medical equipment for reuse, and waste halogenated organic solvents. It's also correct. So answer for this question is option number D. All of the above are correct. Okay, and if we're talking about the responsibilities of the state government for environmentally and sound management of the hazardous and other waste have been introduced as follows. Okay, and if we are talking about the first one, which is to set up a lot industrial space or set for recycling, processing and other utilization of the hazardous or other waste, to register the workers involved in recycling, pre-processing and other utilization activities, to form group of workers to facilitate setting up such facilities, and another one is to undertake industrial skill development activities and ensure safety and health of the workers. Okay, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं ये प्रोहिबिटेड है किसके किसके लिए, सो 3 4 तो हमने बता दिया. और अनदर वन इज वेस्ट pneumatic types of direct reuse and solid plastic waste including PET bottles and waste electrical and electronic assemblies scrappers. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following statements about lead pollution are correct? Okay, so first statement is lead is classified as a persistent organic pollutant. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because it's not persistent organic pollutants. It's a lead is a heavy metals. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is lead while lead while harmful and persistent in the environment is classified separately as a toxic heavy metals. Okay, so second statement is next statement is which is phytoremediation can reduce lead pollution by using plants to absorb lead for contaminated soil. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the World Health Organization states that the no known level of lead exposure that is safe. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number B. 2 and 3 is the correct answer for this question. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the Montreal Protocol. Okay, Montreal Protocol के regarding which statement is correct. Okay, so first statement is the global environment facilities which aims to assist the developing countries was established under this protocol. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because the global environmental facility which aims to persist the developing countries was established under this protocol. No, ये global environmental facility के ये से regarding से नहीं हुआ था, ये किसके ये से हुआ था. So it's a MF which is ये किसके रिगार्डिंग हुआ था, तो वो हुआ था लाइक मल्टीलैटरल फंड द्वारा. ओके, फॉर द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ द मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल इन 1991. ओके, सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. नेक्स्ट इज the protocol phases down ozone depleting substances in the stepwise manner with different timelines for the development and developing countries. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer is option number B, which is only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, and if we're talking about the Montreal Protocol, it is adopted in 1987 but enforced in 1989. Okay, and इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, तो फेज आउट करना ODS को लाइक CFC, हेलोन एंड HCFC विच इज़ हाइड्रोक्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन्स. ओके, एंड अगर हम इसकी बात करते हैं, ये बाइंडिंग है. एंड अनदर वन इज द पार्टीज आर assisted by the ozone secretariat which is based on the UN environment program और हेडक्वार्टर इसका कहाँ है, तो नायरोबी केनिया में है. ओके, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं GEF which is global environmental facility, so it is established during the Rio Earth Summit which is happened in 1992 based on the Washington DC US and jointly managed by the UNDP, World Bank and UNEP. Okay, and if we're talking about the Montreal Amendment phase out timeline, developed countries के लिए है ये 2020 एंड डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज़ के लिए है स्टार्ट हुआ था 2013 में और 2030 तक का इसका टारगेट रखा गया. ओके, एंड इफ आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द किगाली अमेंडमेंट, इस ये भी फेज डाउन करेगा टाइमलाइन और इसमें डेवलप कंट्रीज बिगिन किया है 2019 में एंड डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज स्टार्ट किया है कंजम्पशन फ्रीज इन 2024 एंड सम कंट्रीज ग्रुप बी will follow in 2028 and gradual reduction target 80 to 85% by the 2047. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following statements about the Rotterdam Convention are correct. Okay, so first statement is it lacks a binding mechanism to enforce penalties for non-compliances. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is a country that has listed a pesticides under the Annex 3 can continue to produce and use it domestically under Rotterdam Convention. Is it true? Correct. So next is convention covers industrial chemicals as well as pesticides. Also correct. So answer for this question is option number D. All of the above are correct. Okay. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following. First is decrease. इसमें which of the above are effect of noise pollution. Okay, noise pollution में कौन सा effect होता है? Decrease reproduction in animals. Yes, it's correct. Reduction in crop production, damage to building is also correct. Okay, so answer for this question is option number D. All of the above are correct. Okay, and noise booms cause crack in the walls and buildings and hills. Okay, and if we're talking about the noise effect meeting calls echolocations, this lead to the reduction in survival and reproduction rates. Okay, so like Howard University के researchers and clinicians at shows that the noise pollution not only drives hearing loss, tinnitus, and hypersensitivity to sound in human beings, but can cause or exacerbated cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, sleep disturbance, stress, mental health, and cognition problems, and including memory impairment and attention deficient and childhood learning delays and low birth weights. एंड ये चेंजिंग पेट्स में भी देखा गया है कि अगर जहाँ पे नॉइज ज़्यादा रहेगा पेट्स रिएक्ट मोर अग्रेसिवली ड्यू टू द एक्सपोजर टू कॉन्टैक्ट एंड कॉन्स्टेंट नॉइज. ओके, सो आंसर इज D. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the Basel Convention on the control of transboundary movement of hazardous waste and their disposal. So, first statement is the US has not ratified Basel Convention. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is the radioactive waste is not covered under the Basel Convention. Yes, it's also correct. Next is the Basel ban amendments prevent the export of hazardous waste from the development of developing countries. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number C. All three are correct. Okay, and अगर हम बात करते हैं इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव की, तो इसकी ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? टू प्रोटेक्ट ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड इन्वायरमेंट बाय रेगुलेटिंग द ट्रांसबॉर्डरी मूवमेंट to the hazardous waste and ensuring its environmentally sound management. Okay, and another objective is to prevent the dumping of hazardous waste in developing countries by developed nations. Okay, developed countries ऐसा ना करे कि developing countries में ये dump कर दे. Okay, so ये अडॉप्शन एंट्री कब हुआ था? सो अडॉप्ट हुआ था 22 मार्च 1989 में, और कम इन फोर्स में कब हुआ था? तो 5 मई 1992 में. ओके, और इसका सेक्रेटेरिएट कहाँ है? तो यूनाइटेड नेशन इन्वायरमेंट प्रोग्राम. ओके, और इसमें किसको एक्सक्लूड किया गया है? तो रेडियो एक्टिव वेस्ट को एक्सक्लूड किया गया है, हाउस होल्ड वेस्ट को एक्सक्लूड किया गया है. ओके, एंड इसका कोर प्रोविज़न क्या है? तो ट्रांस बाउंड्री मूवमेंट को रोकना एंड इन्वायरमेंटली साउंड मैनेजमेंट इसको प्रमोट करता है, ट्रीटमेंट, रिसाइकलिंग एंड डिस्पोजेबल ऑफ hazardous waste in environmentally responsible manner within the exporting countries and minimize of waste. Okay, encourage countries to reduce the generation of hazardous waste at the source. ओके, और अगर हम बात करते हैं बेसल बैन अमेंडमेंट अडॉप्ट 1995 एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द बेसल कन्वेंशन बट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड लेटर एज अ अमेंडमेंट. ओके, सो आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर सी. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच इज in which way does autoclaving contribute to effective biomedical waste? Okay, so first is it recycles plastic waste into usable forms. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is it sterilized infection waste through high pressure steam, reduced pathogen and transmission. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements about the battery waste management rule in 2022. So first statement is the rule do not apply to electric vehicle batteries. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because the rule do apply. Okay, और यहाँ पे do not कर दिया है. Okay, so the rules over all types of batteries, wise electric vehicle batteries, portable batteries, automotive batteries and industrial batteries. Okay, सब में apply होता है. So first statement is incorrect. Next is extended producer responsibility does not apply to importers of batteries? No, इस पे भी apply होगा. The rules function based on the concept of extended producer responsibility, where the producers, including importers of batteries, are responsible for the collection and recycling, refurbishment of waste batteries, and use of recovered materials from waste into new batteries. Okay, so second statement is also incorrect. Next is the rule prohibited disposal of batteries in landfills and insistence. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is, क्योंकि यहाँ पे correct पूछा है, so option number A, only one is correct. Okay, which is option C. Let's come to the next question, which is, consider the following. Under the latest plastic waste management rule in India, which of the following single-use plastic items are prohibited? So, first statement is earbuds with plastic sticks. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is curtly items like plastic forks, spoons, and straw. It's also correct. Next is plastic bag above 120 micron. No, it's not above, it's less than. Okay, below भी बोल सकते हैं, below 120 micron. So third statement is incorrect. Next is polystyrene used for decoration purposes. Yes, so answer for this question is 1, 2, and 4 is the correct answer for this question, and which is option number B is the correct answer. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is, which of the following plastics are highly conducive to recycling? Okay, so first is polystyrene. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is high density polyethylene. Polyethylene tetraphthalate. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number D. 2 and 3 is the correct answer for this question, and 1 and 4 is the incorrect. Okay, सो बिकॉज और अगर हम बात करते हैं पॉलीस्ट्रीन, ये क्यों नहीं किया जाता है? इट्स अ लाइट वेट, ब्रिटल एंड वर्सेटाइल प्लास्टिक कॉमनली यूज इन बोथ रिजिड डिस्पोजेबल कप्स, कल्ट्री एंड एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म्स लाइक स्ट्रॉ फॉर्म. ओके, सो इसका एप्लीकेशन क्या है? फाउंड इन डिस्पोजेबल कॉफ़ी कप्स, एग कार्टून्स, टेक ओवर फूड कंटेनर्स एंड पैकेजिंग पीनट्स. ओके, सो और इसका रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी की अगर हम बात करते हैं, लिमिटेड रिसाइक्लेबिलिटी होता है. पॉलीस्टीरीन इज अ चैलेंजिंग टू रिसाइकल ड्यू टू दी लो डेंसिटी एंड contamination from food or liquids. Okay, so answer is option number D. Let's come to the next question, which is, consider the following statements about the Stockholm Convention on persistent organic pollutants. So first statement is, once a POP is listed under the convention, it use is immediately banned without exemption. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because if you're talking about the Stockholm Convention does not impose an immediate and universal ban on all listed POPs. It provided phased timelines for elimination, allows a specific exemption, and permits restricted use for essential purposes. Okay, so first is incorrect. Next is, Stockholm Convention has 3 annexations that classified chemicals and specify how they should be controlled. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, persistent organic pollutants are entirely anthropogenic, man-made, and cannot occur naturally. It's not a correct statement, because ये both through होता है. Okay, anthropogenic as well as naturally. Okay, so statement third is also incorrect. So answer for this question is option number A. Only one is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is, in the context of solid waste management, Rule 2016. What is the minimum number of segregation category required to be maintained by the West indicators? So first is two biodegradable and a non-biodegradable. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Second is three biodegradable, non-biodegradable and domestic hazardous waste. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B is the correct answer for this question. But अगर हम बात करते हैं इसके prohibited action के बारे में, तो इसमें no throwing, burning और buying of solid waste in public space, drains or wealth bodies, okay, water bodies, sorry. एंड इसके बाद हमारे रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ जनरेटर्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या होती है? पे यूजर्स फीस एंड स्पोर्ट फाइन्स फॉर लिटरिंग और नॉन सेग्रीगेशन, ओके, फाइन लिया जाता है उससे अगर नहीं किया तो। एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं होटल्स एंड रेस्टोरेंट्स की, उसमें भी सेग्रीगेट किया जाता है। रेसिडेंट वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन एंड इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑल्सो, न्यू टाउनशिप एंड ग्रुप हाउसिंग सोसाइटीज़ की अगर हम बात करते हैं, मस्ट डेवलप इन हाउस सिस्टम for managing within premises as far as possible, okay. एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं तो स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन्स एंड इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज में भी होगा। मैन्युफैक्चरर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट्स एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन एंड डेमोलिशन वेस्ट, हॉर्टिकल्चर वेस्ट, इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइजर्स, हिली एरियाज ऑल्सो, ओके। सो लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच इज with reference to plastic pollution, consider the following statements. So first statement is the End Plastic Pollution International Collaborative is a public private partnership hosted by the Worldwide Fund for Nature. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because the End Plastic Pollution International Collaborative is a public-private partnership hosted by the IUCN partnership with Spain Institute of USA. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is the largest accumulation of plastic in the world. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer is option number B, which is only 2 is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is the Bamako Convention, which is often seen in the news, primarily deals with the, okay, Bamako Convention related to the transboundary movement of hazardous waste into the within African nation. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following pairs like ranges, pollutions index and industrial categories, okay. So first is which is 21, एंड अगर हम बात करते हैं रेंजेस ऑफ पॉल्यूशंस इंडेक्स की, तो वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इन्वायरमेंट एंड फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज ब्रॉट आउट नोटिफिकेशन इन 1989 with the purpose of the prohibition restriction of the operations of certain industries to protect ecologically sensitive dune valleys, okay. और ये कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कैटेगराइजेशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज आर 3 टाइप का होता है। वो कौन कौन सा होता है? एक तो रेड, ऑरेंज, और ये वाइट नहीं, ये होता है ग्रीन, ओके। सो स्टेटमेंट की हम बात करते हैं 21 to 40, ये किससे रिलेटेड हो जाएगा? ग्रीन से, ना कि वाइट से। सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्टली मैच। नेक्स्ट इज 41 to 59, ऑरेंज above 60, which is red. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is correctly matched. Let's come to the next question, which is in the context of waste management, downcycling refers to, okay. Waste management की downcycling refers to, first statement is recycling material into products of equal or high quality of valuable. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is the process of reusing materials without any alteration. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement. Next is recycling material into product of lower quality and reduced functionality. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number C is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the handling of nuclear waste in India. Okay, nuclear waste इन इंडिया को कैसे हैंडल किया जाता है. सो फर्स्ट इज रेडियो एक्टिव वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट इन न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट इज अंडर द purview of Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. Is it true? First statement is correct. Next is the radioactive waste generated from the medical facilities using radioactive sources is exempt from the AERB regulation, which is Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because if we're talking about the radioactive waste generated और ये मैनेज किसके द्वारा किया जाता है, सो विच इज Atomic Energy Act 1962. This act provides the development, control and use of atomic energy for the welfare of the people of India. एंड अगर हम इसकी मैनेजमेंट के बारे में बात करते हैं, रेडियो एक्टिव वेस्ट जनरेटेड इन द मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज यूजिंग रेडियो एक्टिव सोर्सेज फॉर डायग्नोस्टिक एंड और द therapeutic application also have to meet safety requirements stipulated by the AERB. Okay, so second statement is incorrect. Next is the radioactive waste are covered under the provision of hazardous waste management rule 2016. Is it true? No, it's not under the this one. Okay, so statement third is also incorrect. So answer for this question is option number A, which is only one is correct. Let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements regarding the Central Pollution Control Board. Okay, so first statement is it is autonomous body established under the Environment Protection Act 1986. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because the Central Pollution Control Board of India is a statutory organization. पहला autonomous नहीं हो जाएगा, statutory होगा, and under the Ministry of किसके अंदर हो जाएगा, Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, MEFCC, and it was established in 1974 under the Water Act 1974. Okay, Water Act 1974. The CPCB, which is Central Pollution Control Board of India, is also entrusted with the power and function under the Air Act 1981. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is it coordinates the activities of state pollution control board and resolve disputes among them. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number B, which is only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question. And if you're talking about wide ranges provided by the responsibilities like to advise the central government on any matters related to the prevention and control of water and air pollution, and another one is improvement of air quality. Next one is plan nationwide programs for the prevention, and another one is control and abatement of water and air pollution. Okay, so next is with reference to the climate finance leadership initiative. Okay, consider the following statements. So first one is it is a group of leading financial institute led by World Bank. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because the CFLI, which is Climate Finance Leadership Initiative, formed in 2019 by the Michael R. Bloomberg, and his role as UN Special Envoy on Climate Ambition and Solution at the request of UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to support a global mobilization of private finance in the response to the challenge of climate change. Okay, so first statement is not correct. Next is India has partnered with CFLI to boost public sector financing for sustainable infrastructure project in low carbon sector. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because it's not like that. Okay, so CFLI Indian partnership was launched jointly by India and the UK. Okay, so During the 11th Economic and Financial Dialogue, India will be co-chaired by the Sarman Vikram Nayak, CEO of Economic and Financial, Macquarie Groups, and Natarajan Chandrasekhar, Chairman of Tata Groups. India will be supported by the Bloomberg and Global Infrastructure Facilities, UK government, Government of India, and City of London Corporation. Okay, so second statement is also incorrect. So answer for this question is option number D. Neither one, neither two is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is recently OECD released a report highlighting aggregate trends of annual climate finance mobilized by developed countries in the context of following. So, first statement is more than half of the total climate finance provided and mobilized by developed countries is allocated to adaptation finance. Is it true? No, it's not a correct statement because mitigation finance continues to report 60% of total climate finance provided and mobilized in the 2021, while adaptation comprised 27% and cross-cutting 13%. Okay, so first statement is incorrect. Next is grants and equity investment constitute the largest portion of climate finance, followed by loans given by developed countries to developing nations. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is no, it's not a correct statement. It's also incorrect because the climate finance from developed countries between 2016 to 2025 reached 73.1 billion. However, the loans continued dominating these components. Loans represented over two-thirds of the total amounting of the 49.6 billion, while grants are under 30% at 20.1 billion. Okay. So first statement, second statement is also incorrect. Next is the private sector mobilized more climate finance than the public sector. No, private sector में कम हो जाएगा in compared to public sector. Okay, so less हो जाएगा. So statement third is also incorrect. So answer for this question is option number D. None of the above is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is with reference to biofuel, consider the following statements. So first statement is, और यहाँ पूछा क्या है? So correct statement पूछा है. So first statement is, unlike solar and wind energy, biofuels is more suitable for meeting the demands of the transportation sector. Is it true? Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, the biodiesel can be blended with petroleum diesel in any proportion. Yes, it's also correct. Next is, biobutanol has a higher energy content than ethanol despite both being produced from the same feed store. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number D. All three are correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is consider the following statements. First is, grey hydrogen is traditionally produced from the splitting of methane. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, the daughter hydrogen is obtained from the pyrolysis of methane. It's also correct. So answer is option number C is the correct answer for this question, which is both 1 and 2 is the correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is with reference to synthetic fuel, consider the following statements. And first statement is, the synthetic fuels are produced from non-petroleum sources through chemical processes. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, captured carbon dioxide serve as a feedstock for synthetic fuels. Yes, it's also correct. Next is, the synthetic fuel have a higher carbon footprint compared to the traditional fuel. No, it's not a correct statement because it's a not higher, it's a lower. Okay, so statement third is incorrect. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is correct. Okay, let's come to the next question, which is ocean thermal energy is mainly viable in equatorial area of the earth? Yes, it's a correct statement, because the equatorial region, the thermal gradient between surface water and deep ocean water is sufficiently high throughout the year. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number A. Only both statement 1 and 2 is the correct, and statement second is the correct explanation of this statement 1. Okay, so first statement is correct. Next is consider the with reference to the Baku initiative for climate finance investment trade dialogue, consider the following statements. So first statement is, it is a Azerbaijan led initiative officially launched during COP29 of the United Nations Framework Convention on the Climate Change. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is it aims to encourage the creation of a national, regional, and sub regional platform to enhance nexus of climate finance and investment trade nexus. Yes, it's also correct. So, statement second is also correct. Next is it is supported by the World Trade Organization and UN Trade and Development is also correct. So answer for this question is, क्योंकि यहाँ पे correct पूछा है, which is option number C is the correct, which is all three are the correct statement. Let's go. Next question is with reference to the fuel cells. Okay, so first statement is in the fuel cell, electrical energy is generated by the electrochemical reaction between fuel and oxidant. Yes, it's also correct. Next is oil liquid electrolyte can be used in the fuel cell only. No, it's not a correct statement, because if we're talking about the electrolytes can be used as a fuel soil, which is scientists and investors have designed many different types and size of fuel cells in search of greater. Today, main electrolyte type are alkaline, molten carbonate, phosphoric acid, proton exchange membranes, and solid oxides also. Okay, not only liquid. So statement second is incorrect. Okay, let's next is fuel cells have higher efficiency and lower emissions than combustion. Yes, it's also correct. So answer for this question is option number B. Only 2 is the correct answer for this question. Next question is with reference to type of non-renewable energy, consider the following statements. So first is, coal is formed from the remains of plant fossils and is primarily used for the electricity generation. Yes, it's a correct statement. Next is, petroleum products like gasoline, diesel are derived from the crude oil. It's also correct. Next is, natural gas is mainly composed of ethane and primarily used for heating and cooking. Yeah, is it true? No, it's not a correct statement, because natural gas is a fossil fuel locked under the earth in a reservoir. It is composed mostly of methane. Main uses of the generating electricity, heating purposes, and as an industrial feedstock. It burns cleaner than both coal and oil, but still emits greenhouse gases. Okay, इन कंपेयर टू कोयल एंड ऑयल से कम होता है, बट स्टिल इसमें भी होता है. ओके, सो और इसमें पूछा क्या है, तो इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट विच इज़ नॉट करेक्ट पूछा है, तो आंसर हो जाएगा ऑप्शन नंबर ए, विच इज़ ओनली 1 इज नॉट करेक्ट इन दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट. और अगर हम इन्वायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट की बात करते हैं इसी में, सो ग्रीन हाउस गैस इमिशन, the burning of fossil fuels release carbon dioxide along with the other greenhouse gases, the byproduct of global warming and climate changes. And अगर हम pollution की बात करते हैं, which is non-renewable resources extraction, processing and burning leads to air and water pollution, resulting in damaging of ecosystem as well as harming human health. And another one is finite resources. These energy sources are limited and will eventually be exhausted, implying that they cannot be in use perpetually. Okay, so answer is option number A. Let's come to the next question, which is the concept of energy transition refers to, first is The shift from fossil fuel based energy system to renewable energy resources. Yes, it's a correct statement. So answer for this question is option number A is the correct answer. Let's come to the next question, which is which of the following factors influence the amount of energy that can be generated by a hydroelectric power plants? Okay, so first statement is the highest of the water column, the density of water and temperature of water and quality of water. So answer is option number D, all of the above are correct. Okay, so thank you so much guys, आज के लिए इतना ही. होप कि आप लोग टेस्ट देने के साथ साथ रिवीजन भी कर रहे होगे, और रिवीजन के लिए वीडियोस क्विकली रिवीजन के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. आप इसे कहीं भी बैठते या फिर कहीं जा रहे हैं, ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, तभी भी आप इसको सुन सकते हो. ओके, अगर बुक्स आपके पास या फिर टेस्ट आपके पास नहीं है रिवीजन के लिए तो. ओके, so thank you so much. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.